can I help you, man?
All right. So basically, I am a virgin. I'm not a virgin, but I haven't got laid for a while. So what would be your advice when it comes to getting back into the game while you've been on the bench? You know, like that
What's a while? How long have you been on the bench?
since COVID.
COVID?
Yeah.
You haven't had sex in 5 years?
I promise you. I swear on my life.
But
I
how is
swear.
that funny though, Leon? I'm worried about you. I'm stressed out. How is that funny?
I I haven't been too. I'm not really like too fussed about it because I was a very let's just say hypocrite. Is that the word? Like that's
Hypocrisy.
all. Like let's just say like hedonistic before.
Mm-hmm.
But I've sort of changed my behavior a bit, and now I'm more thinking about the long term, like as I'm getting older. If that does
So
that make sense?
what was the trauma? As you can know, it's been 5 years since you got sex.
Yeah.
So you were 21 since you got laid. What is, I don't understand. What trauma did you experience that made you lose desire for women?
I didn't lose trauma. Like I was out of shape. I was smoking. I was doing all the bad stuff like that,
Mm-hmm.
and then I kind of just you know turned it around. But I
Mm-hmm.
never I
Worked
never
on
really
you never worked on the female part.
yeah, I did. I was like, okay, let's do the other stuff first, and then let's do that after. But
No,
maybe that
never do
wasn't the
that.
right option.
You always you always work on everything at the same time.
Yeah,
So where do you currently live?
I live in England,
Okay, what part of England?
London.
Okay, and you in London and you haven't got pussy in 5 years. That's fucking wild. Do you have your own apartment?
No, I live with my parents, so I kind of use that as an excuse. What do you think about that?
Why are you living with your parents?
Because I haven't made good decisions in my past. That's why.
Meaning what exactly?
Like literally everything that I've done, or just general. I never really wanted to make a lot of money until now. I was more of a sort of pleasure-seeking type of person.
And your parents allowed you
Immediate
to do it.
gratification. So that sort of thing.
So what were you doing, bro? Were you like doing drugs or some shit?
No comment.
So you
No,
were
this
doing,
was in uni in England. Everyone does that. So
yeah, I ain't do that. I don't know about me. I was not part of that shit. Anyway, so you ruined your life. You haven't made any money. Thankfully, you didn't go to jail, right?
I wouldn't say I ruined my life.
I mean, okay, you didn't ruin your life, but
Yeah.
half of a decade has gone by, and nothing has happened.
Yeah, you could say that.
That's pretty depressing. If you anything to be depressed about, I'll be depressed at the lack of action or the lack of improvement of half of a decade in my life.
Yeah,
All right,
but I can
so
use that as motivation.
got you. I mean, but at some point you got to just grow up and just make better decisions, buddy. And
Yeah,
like,
so
you know what? I got to be a man. I got to move out of my parents' house. Your parents are coddling you too much.
yeah, exactly. That's bad.
That's the issue. They're not forcing you to grow up. So you don't have a job.
Yeah, I work.
What do you do?
I'm a sales representative.
How much money are you making?
Just multi six figures. No, I'm joking. Just under, minimum wage.
A sales representative where?
I can't go too deep into that in case this goes like all over the internet, but
Got you. Okay. Anyway, listen. You at some point you got to grow up, right? And
okay.
decide that you want more for yourself. Start learning skills that can help you make more money. Start talking to girls. You seem very comfortable.
Thank you. With
No.
with my position. Okay.
Yeah, that's like very crazy.
Okay, so I'll explain why you might think that. So I'm very composed. I know that I need to make good decisions myself. If I'm too erratic, I'm probably not going to make the best decisions.
Got you.
I'm also fairly grateful and content with the things I do have, which is probably why I might seem a bit too comfortable then.
Right. Do your parents make a lot of money?
Not really. No.
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 Okay. Well, that should be even more reason why you have more urgency.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
the people who are taking care of you they don't even have it made like that. And I'm over here.
Yeah. So tying back to what I said, would you prioritize women or money right now? Because I think I should.
Fam, you haven't done any of it ever in like 5 years.
Yeah.
So let's work on it all.
Working it all at once.
Yes.
It's better to build things up simultaneously. Okay.
Because they're all skill sets.
Yeah.
Because so think about it like this, right? If you just work on money, and not your health or your relationship.
It's like training the upper body without the legs.
Right. Like you're gonna get one thing, then you got to start all over with the other thing. That's a great example. I'm glad you mentioned it. I'm gonna start using that as an example. If you want to work on one thing at a time, do you go to the gym and just hit fucking arms or chest? You work on all your body.
You need everything, right?
Exactly. So that's what you need to do. This is this monk mode shit that's killing y'all, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
5 years of your life has gone by and nothing significant has happened. Okay. So you specifically, right? I want you to have more urgency, and I'm gonna put this in the chat for you. It's called monk mode myth. So you understand that monk mode is ruining your life and what you should be doing instead. I'm gonna put it in the YouTube chat. Okay.
All right. Do you have any looks maxing advice?
You get a damn job. Fucking looks maximize.
No.
You need to do better with your life. Fucking looks maxing. That's my problem. You guys that want looks maxing advice are not doing anything else. Go and put in some effort and just get out the position that you're in. And then we can come back and do some looks maxing once you have more fire under your ass.
Okay.
Okay? All right, man.
Well, I thought you said to do everything I want to.
But you've been going to the gym, haven't you?
Yeah.
You got to start somewhere. You're a complete zero with the rest of your life. You've been going to the gym. So you've done a little bit of looks maximum. Let's get it to baseline level with everything else. Let's start trying with everything else.
Absolutely.
All right. And then we can worry about looks maxing. You're putting in zero effort in everything else right now. You haven't even fucked a girl in 5 years or talked to her. When's the time you talk to a girl?
Yeah, I talk to girls all the time. Then
why aren't you trying to fuck them?
You know, sometimes you get ghosted over text.
Here we go. All right. So they get ghosted because they don't see you as being a priority in their life. These are all reflections of you.
Yeah, exactly.
So, urgency.
Would you say I need to do more outreach when it comes to getting girls? Like, ghost?
No, you need to try harder. You need to try harder.
Try harder with the ones that you have.
No, you need to try harder with all areas of your life. Okay. Right? I need you to get out your parents' house.
Yeah, exactly. That's the plan.
Okay.
We'll do that this year.
This year? It's fucking March. What you mean this year? How many more months do you need?
Yeah, like this year, I will do that.
How many months? Months.
Yeah, like 6 months. Let's do it in 6 months.
6 months? It's going to take you 6 months to get out your parents' house?
Yeah.
That's too low, bro. All right, man. I don't know what to tell you.
We want to do it in 3 or what?
You do it and give yourself 90 days to get out your parents' house.
All right, that's a fucking challenge. I'll fucking try it. I'll do everything it fucking takes.
Let's go. Yeah. All right. You do that and you can come back for some looks maxing.
Absolutely. I can't wait.
All right, man.